Hi you guys, back again with the second video in my parenting series. Of course, this is Faye the Cosmic Love. I want to talk about conceiving a child, alright? And as most of you guys know, I do that and I do it pretty well, alright? Now, of course, this is my way for conception. This is not foolproof per se. It just gives you a great head start. This has worked for many people that I've assisted as far as conception, and I know that somebody, if not many people watching this, will be blessed by it. If this is for you, then I'm happy, and I hope that this aligns with you and your purpose in life and you find real value from it, okay? Now, as far as conception goes, I believe in following a basically three-step method. Well, it's not really 3 steps, but more like 3 categories, okay? You got to focus on body, mind, and spirit when making the conscious decision to conceive. Conception is a really big deal, okay? You are essentially taking something from the spirit world and making it manifest into the 3-dimensional plane, okay? We birth things all the time. We manifest things all the time. But manifesting an entirely different human being, a separate entity here on the 3-dimensional plane, is a very, very big deal. Okay? So obviously, I'm thinking that some of you guys watching this, think it's a big deal. I think it's a big deal. So let's start off with the body. Okay? When you're trying to conceive, you want to make sure that you are prepping your body to house a human being, okay? You want to create a safe, happy, pure environment for this future child. That comes with a cleansing process, because a lot of times we eat a bunch of junk, all right? We eat a bunch of trash, and everything that we put into our body has a frequency. Everything that we put into our body has an energy pattern, and that stuff gets stored inside of you and can make it difficult for you to conceive. It can make it difficult to create a safe, healthy, whole environment for a baby to grow in, all right? It can create a hostile environment if you're not feeding your body properly. So if you decide that, okay, you're ready to have a baby, you want to start now, I would suggest that you go on a 7-day juice fast. Give me one moment, because one of my little people are knocking at the window. Yes, little person? How may I help you, little person? Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, girls. I'm doing a video.
Okay, I don't want to, what's it called? Can I have,
Yes. Yes. Close this door, pretty please.
sorry.
Close the door. Okay, so you want to go on a 7-day. Hi, my love. How are you? You want to go on like a 7-day juice fast, all right? That starts the cleansing process. I would definitely recommend during, yes, classes in session. I would definitely recommend, if you're trying to conceive, to eliminate or greatly reduce the amount of meat or dairy that you're putting into your body. Because when you eat meat, it takes a lot of energy to digest and to process that meat. If you're eating dairy products or drinking milk, your stomach has to create a ridiculous amount of bacteria to be able to process that, because that milk is from another animal. You know what I'm saying? So you need all the energy that you can have to do what actually needs to be done. So for the purpose of conception, I would avoid dairy and meat. You're going to go on a 7-day juice fast, just to help recalibrate your body. All right. I would recommend you take vitamin supplements. Look for a vegan brand of vitamin supplements and take that throughout the process. Make sure you're getting, everything that you need out of the cleansing process. And a lot of water. And it's not just any kind of water. You want to look for alkaline water. Okay? Find you some good alkaline water. Do your 7-day juice fast. And after you're done with your 7-day juice fast, don't jump right back into eating meat and dairy. I would avoid it until you conceive. So I would say at least 2 or 3 months. All right. Yes, male and female. I would definitely recommend that. So if you and your mate are trying together to conceive, then I would also suggest that he lowers the amount of meat and dairy that he puts into his body as well, because you guys are using both of your energy to manifest a life on this plane. Okay, so it's not going to make it impossible, if he eats meat and drinks dairy products, but it is going to make it slightly more difficult. Okay, that will greatly enhance the probability of pregnancy if you guys cut that out. So drink alkaline water, do your 7-day juice fast, and then after the 7-day juice fast, you can eat whole healthy foods. The more raw food you can eat, the better. And by raw food, I don't mean like sushi. All right. What if he eats a lot of fish? That's okay. Eating a lot of fish is not gonna like kill anything really. Will it slow down the process? Maybe just a little bit, but it's not as big of a deal as if you're eating like pork and chicken and beef and stuff like that. So if he has to eat some type of fleshy stuff, then fish is your best bet. Try to avoid the salmon though, because the salmon that's coming from what they said, the Pacific and stuff like that, they found these Japanese tapeworms in them. So I would try to avoid the salmon. Of course, you want fish that is wild caught, but salmon right now is a little sketchy, so try to stay away from him. Yeah, so you want to eat a very pure diet, to the best of your ability, before conceiving. So flood your body with water, a lot of greens, as many greens as you can. And everybody can't sit there and eat collard greens and kale and stuff like that all day. But what you can do is, if you're into smoothies and stuff, pack your smoothies with the greens. Okay, that's a great way to get the nutrients that you need without having to have a salad for every meal. All right, soups are awesome. You can do that as well. So I would definitely recommend going vegetarian or vegan until conception. So that, and if you could get exercise in, all the better. Make sure to get a lot of rest, okay? Don't stress about this stuff. Try to get as much rest as you possibly can. Your body needs it, all right? Not only for you, but for your mate as well, if, your mate is on board and he's trying to conceive, because some of y'all is kind of sneaky, all right? Some of y'all is trying to conceive, and the dude don't know y'all trying to conceive. That's not this kind of party, all right? So make sure that he's getting a lot of rest as well, because that makes the sperm that much more potent. Okay? Now, when we're talking about the mind aspect before conception, this is just as big of a deal as the body segment, because a lot of times our the way we, the reasons behind why we want to conceive is what's actually keeping us from conceiving. Okay? You need to get to the root of why you want to have a baby. If you're trying to have a baby so that you could fill a void in your life, it is going to make it 10 times more difficult for you to conceive. Okay? Because what you're doing, oh, what if he had a miscarriage but he still wants to try? That's fine. There's nothing wrong with trying. But if the reason behind why you're trying is because you feel like there's some type of lack in your life, a lot of times that makes it more difficult to conceive, because you have to think about the energy that you're putting out into the universe is the energy that you're going to get back. So if you are telling the universe, I feel empty, I need a baby to fill my void, I feel like I'm living in lack in a particular aspect of my life, all the universe understands is that emotion attached to your words, and that emotion is sadness or, whatever, and it's attached to the word lack. So the universe is just going to give you more of that thing that you're putting out. That's what's going to, hi, my love, that's what's going to make it more difficult for you to conceive, because you're telling source, lack, 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 loneliness, 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 sadness, sadness, sadness. So the universe is going to mirror that back to you. And even though in your heart of hearts you would like a baby, your frequency is not matching the thing that you say that you want. So you're going one step forward and then two steps back. You're washing your hands in the sink and then rubbing it in the dirt, basically. That's what Haitians say. I don't know. My Haitian sayings, whatever. So you want to get to the root of why you want to have a baby. And then after you get to the root of why you want to have a baby, you want to align yourself with the thing that you actually want. You want to mentally prepare yourself. So you want to do a lot of research, all right? Even if you've already had a child and you know some of the processes and stuff like that, you can never know too much, all right? You want to start envisioning yourself with your child. You want to start envisioning yourself throughout the pregnancy, how happy you're going to be, how excited you're going to be. Imagine yourself standing in the bathroom, staring at the positive pregnancy test with your man by your side, and both of you guys are super excited. Get your mind prepared, because when you do that, you not only raise your own frequency to the point of love, but you're putting that out into the atmosphere. And so now the universe and source says, oh, what did she say? Abundance? Okay, boom, there you go. And that's really what you want to do as far as a mental state of being. You want to create a space in your mind that is peaceful and loving and joyful, attached to the conception process. If you are thinking about conceiving and there is stress and doubt attached to that, attached to the action of conceiving, it's going to become more difficult to conceive. Anybody that knows anything knows that stress has a direct effect on your body. All right? Stress can change the way your cells work. All right? Your body as a woman is built to have babies. That's how it's built. Now, does it always work out for everybody? No. But a lot of the times, for the people that it doesn't work out for, is because they didn't take the necessary steps to align themselves with the things that they want. And that goes for anything. If you out here screaming, you trying to get money, but you're having self-defeating thoughts every day, you're feeding into the negative, guess what? You're going to stay broke. If you out here screaming from the top of your lungs that you want a good man, all right, but you sitting there retweeting negative posts about men, or gossiping with your homeboys or your homegirls about how men ain't shit, guess what? That's what you're gonna get. You're gonna keep attracting ain't shit men. That's how it works. Um, so you want to get to the place in your mind where you can think positively, where you can actually physically feel the love and the joy that you would feel when you conceive and when during your pregnancy and your birthing process, so to better attract that thing that you say that you actually want. Now, because this is kind of like a two-party system and you're not conceiving on your own, you want to make sure that you get your mate on the same page, because your womb has incredible power, right? That's the portal of life. Well, his sperm also has incredible power. Them things can swim, all right? And they swim really fast. And only one of them gonna get in that egg most of the time. So the sperm has an incredible creative power. And where does that power come from? All right? That the person that's housing this sperm feeds that power into the sperm. So if he's having self-defeating thoughts, if he's not doing his best to manifest this new life in a positive way, guess what? A lot of times it just doesn't work out well, or it takes that much longer. And I know you don't want that. So both of you guys need to try to get on the same page. All right. You want to be positive. You want to feel that thing that you want so that it can come into fruition. So get your mind right. All right. If you want, you can create some mantras for yourself, things that you repeat to yourself often, some affirmations, right? If you need help doing that, hit me up. I got you. So now we have the mindset and we have the body taken care of, right? So now let's move on to the third portion, which is definitely super important, possibly the most important. Maybe I think it's the most important, but whatever. And that is the spiritual aspect. Now, when we're talking about the spiritual aspect, if any of you guys aren't into spirituality, I would say just stop watching this video right now, because I'm not going to say anything that you want to hear. All right. But for those of you guys that are spiritually aware, what I want to say to you is a lot of us have a lot of baggage, a lot of trauma, and a lot of that trauma gets stored in our sacral chakra. Now, the sacral chakra is the energy vortex that is located near your belly button, and it is in charge of your reproductive organs. Okay? So that deals with sex and relationships. Okay? The way we view our own sexuality, the way we view ourselves in regards to our relationships with others, our relationship with source, and our relationship with ourselves. Now, so many people have unresolved issues from their past, whether it be sexual trauma, abusive relationships, whatever the case may be. We have a lot of issues that have gone unresolved, and all of that negative energy is being stored in our womb, or in the man's case, really near his prostate. So when we're dealing with the spiritual aspect, we want to cleanse, clear, and balance our sacral chakra. There are a lot of YouTube videos that talk about cleansing your sacral chakra. Of course, if you don't want to watch the videos, if you want a one-on-one with me, then you could go ahead, inbox me. We'll chat it out or whatever. If you want an in-depth session, a healing and cleansing session, I do offer that as well. So you can hit me up. But that is something that you really need to focus on. is the sacral chakra. I have another little person knocking at the door. Hold on 1 second. Yes, baby?
First, Jazzy asked to show me on your computer first.
Yes.
And, what was I trying to say? Oh, yeah. How long you gonna be doing it since I have to hold the baby the whole time?
Just a couple more minutes. Would you like to say hi to my friends?
Yes.
This is my Tia. Yes, she is living proof of my conception tactics. Okay. All right, close the door for me, Mama. All right, so
Oh, yeah, what was that? Oh, yeah.
there is definitely a need for cleansing of the sacral chakra. Something that I noticed is for some people, you can tell that their sacral chakra is overactive because they are usually sex addicts. That is like a very big deal, you know. Sex addicts have an overactive sacral chakra. People who have a very low sex drive, that means that they have an underactive sacral chakra. Some people who are in between might think they're in the clear, but not necessarily, because they might have worked on the things that are just on the surface, you know, but they haven't really gone really deeply into healing themselves, and then it comes back to bite them in the ass in instances like these when they're trying to create a new life. That's how many times generational curses are passed on, believe it or not, because that energy, that traumatic energy, gets stored in our womb or near our prostate, and then we conceive. And where is that life form being housed for so long? In that toxic space, right? So now we pass on our traumatic energy onto our next generation, all right, without ever having cleansed ourselves, and a lot of times in complete ignorance. Now, you are born with all of your eggs, all right? It's not like men are different. We are born with all of our eggs. So when my mother birthed me, all right, she birthed me and the potential of all of my children. All right. So she, for all intents and purposes, birthed me and her grandchildren at the same time. That's something that you should think about. Okay. Cleansing yourself of those traumatic experiences is so important on so many levels. All right. Now, when you cleanse yourself, you might notice a lot of different emotions. First of all, in the beginning of the cleansing process, there's going to be a lot of things that come to the surface. All right. That's how awesome Source is. When you make that conscious decision that you want to heal yourself, all those little things or those really big things that you haven't tackled, that you stuffed down within yourself, are going to come to the surface so that you can tackle them head on. So you having a natural balanced diet, hydrating properly, exercising, and getting your mind right, having a positive perspective, are going to be key factors in being able to heal at at a great rate. Okay? Because if you're eating crappy food and you don't have a positive perspective on life, and then you go try to cleanse your sacral chakra, it's liable to drive you insane. All right, and send you into a very deep depression, because a lot of that stuff, you've stuffed it down so far because it's hard to deal with. All right. But if you're saying that you're ready to conceive, that's because you feel like this potential life is worth it. You have to make that decision that this potential life is worth you tackling all of your nonsense. And if you watched my previous video where I was talking about parenting, then you know how important tackling the nonsense really is. Okay? A big aspect of cleansing your sacral chakra, or any chakra to be exact, is forgiveness. All right. Put in your head right now, if you're going to be cleansing yourself in that manner, you need to be able and ready to forgive yourself and everybody else. Okay. I know this might be so hard, but I'm speaking as someone who has done it. Okay? I'm not talking out of my ass. This is not in theory. Okay? This is not something that I thought of, but I've never applied. No, I live this. All right? When you're dealing with the sacral chakra, the crazy people gonna come out the woodwork. I'll let you know right now. And then all of your past traumatic experiences are going to be brought to the surface, and they're going to be very difficult to deal with. And sometimes we'll start feeling like this was my fault, or this was unfair, this thing happened to me. You have to try to not be in that state of mind. You have to be ready to not be a victim. You're gonna have to tackle this stuff head on, all right? And forgive everybody. You're gonna have to forgive everybody that's ever hurt you. Whether it's molestation, whether it's rape, whether it's physical abuse, whatever the case may be, you're going to have to be willing to fully forgive those people and fully forgive yourself for being put in the position to be victimized. Okay? That is the only way that you're going to get to the place where your sacral chakra is clear and balanced. If you've heard anything else, I don't believe it. Because I know hundreds of people that have succeeded and or failed at clearing their sacral chakra. And one thing that I can tell you, the people who have successfully cleared and balanced their sacral chakra are only people who were willing to fully forgive. Okay? You're going to need to make space. You're trying to make space, safe space, whole, healthy space for a new life. You don't have energy. You ain't got time to hold on to the nonsense. Okay? You don't have that. Your focus needs to be on creating a safe space for this new life. So all that extra stuff that you had going on when you was a jit and you ain't been able to let it go, that time, you're gonna have to let it go now. And if you're not willing to let it go right now, you're not ready to have a kid. I'm sorry. I didn't want to be the one to say it. But you got to think about what you're willing to sacrifice. All right? If you're not willing to forgive others and forgive yourself for the traumatic experiences that have happened to you in the past, you are not ready to tackle having another baby, because you're going to pass on that energy to another life, and that life doesn't deserve that. Okay? So a brief recap of everything. As far as the body is concerned, you're going to do a 7-day fast, a juice fast to start off with. And then when you get off of your 7-day juice fast, you are going to eat clean. All right. I will be doing another video on what I mean by eating clean, but I'm sure if you Google it, you can, come up with some good things. I suggest a vegetarian or vegan diet. If you feel like you absolutely do have to have meat, I would go the organic route. Organic grass-fed meats. If you could get it, locally, that'd be even better. But, sometimes you can't, depending on where you live. Because I know me, when I was living in the hood, wasn't nowhere I could go get no organic grass-fed nothing. So you do what you can with what you got. And remember, alkaline water. Is it a little more expensive? It is. But if you're trying to conceive, it's worth it. All right. It is definitely worth it. Alkaline water. Mentally, I told you keys to manifesting. Make sure that your thoughts and your emotions match, and that they align with the thing that you say that you want. There's no room for doubt, and make sure that your baby daddy or your baby mama's on the same page. You understand. When it comes to spirituality, you're going to have to cleanse your sacral chakra. That is right near your belly button, by releasing your past trauma, forgiving everybody that's ever hurt you, and forgiving yourself. Now, extra little tidbit for any of you women watching that need just a little extra boost as far as the conception is concerned. I have a store called Chakra Magic. I sell yoni eggs and yoni wands. I find the yoni eggs to be extremely beneficial in terms of conception, because these are crystals, and crystals hold a certain vibration based on the type of crystal that it is. And our rose quartz crystals, when you use them for Kegels or whatnot, when you use them, they assist you in cleansing your womb of low frequency energy. Okay, they assist you in cleansing your womb, and creating that loving, joyful, peaceful, safe space that you're looking for your new precious bundle of joy. Okay, so don't forget, if you did need that extra little oomph in your conception process, hit me up. I'll give you the site. It's called Chakra Magic, and we sell the yoni eggs. All right. Another thing is, while you're trying to conceive, don't tell just everybody, okay? Because there's a lot of haters out here. There's a lot of people who don't want to see you be great. There's a lot of people who feel like they don't agree with your personality or the way you vibe, or they don't like your man, whatever the case may be, and they're going to throw major shade. They're going to throw negative energy your way to try to stunt the conception process. All right? Everybody is not worthy of that type of information. Okay? If this is a person that's not going to babysit for you after you have the baby, this is a person who most likely is not going to be in the delivery room, or want to be your doula. This is somebody that you can't count on with your life. Don't count on this person for your child's life either. Okay? Don't trust that person with that type of information. This is a very sacred event. Conception is a sacred event. Okay? It's so magical and so powerful. All right? Don't invite everybody to that party. Everybody is not worthy. Okay? If you feel like you just have to tell somebody, if you know one person that you absolutely trust, that is willing to pray with you, all right, that will touch and receive with you, that this conception will happen quickly and beautifully, joyfully, peacefully, then okay, tell that person. If you're trying to tell people and those people can't align with that thing that you want, I would definitely recommend you not saying anything to anybody. Just keep it to yourself. Let that be your happy secret. Okay? Because what you don't want, and that goes with any plans, even when you're making money, everybody can't know about your moves, because some people are really jealous, and sometimes they don't know why they're jealous. You know, sometimes it's not even that they're being malicious. It's just what you're doing offends them somehow, or they wish they had what you have, whatever the case may be. You know, or sometimes they're just going through tough times in their own life at the time, and they don't know how to offer that positive, peaceful, joyful energy that you need at the time. Okay? And you want to make sure that you cross your T's and dot your I's. All right? Like I said, this is a very sacred, beautiful event. All right? Set the stage. Be well prepared. Okay? I hope you guys got value out of this video. as you know, today, yesterday, and always, I love you guys, all right? For anyone watching this video, if you decide to go ahead with what we just spoke about, you're taking the initiative, putting these steps to action, please comment or inbox me or whatever. I would love to follow you on your journey, and of course give you help where help is needed. um, as you know, I've done it plenty times. I'm a baby making machine. Woo. So keep me posted, okay? I love you guys. This is Faye the Cosmic Love. I'll talk to you guys later.